Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me for Creative Task 6 for Creativity for Mental Wellbeing. I hope you're doing well today. Today we are looking at creating our colour map. So this is a map of where we feel our emotions and our feelings within our bodies and how we can use colour to communicate those feelings based on the colour associations that we have learnt about. So going to be working with my notebook. I'm going to open up to a blank page and we'll begin. Now you can use anything that transfers colour onto your page. Basically you can work in felt tip, you can work in crayon, in pencil, or I am using some watercolour markers today. So I'm going to start off, I'm going to work portrait ways, because this to me makes more sense if I'm going to creating the idea of my body. If it's helpful, you can give yourself a little outline on your page, or if not, you can just freehand. You can choose to create an actual body shape if you want to, or use the outline of a person on your page. That's not a problem either. Or you can work in a more abstract type of way, which is what I'm going to be doing. So for me, I'm going to start off with some of the emotions that I experience and where I feel them on my body and what colour I think they are. So I'm going to start off with a sort of murky yellow type of colour, and this to me kind of represents anxiety, and where I feel anxiety in my body is mostly in my chest. So I'm going to work around about where my chest would be. It's kind of a murky colour to me, almost like an old puddle, I guess, that just sits there in my chest. Now when I experience feelings of hyperactivity maybe, or I'm feeling a bit chaotic and a bit ungrounded, that to me comes out a bit orange. So I mostly feel that in my legs. Think about all the areas of your body and the emotions that you might feel in those places. Sometimes if we're feeling like we're under a lot of stress and pressure, physically we can feel it in our heads, so it might be across our foreheads. If you've ever had a headache, you might get that tight feeling that goes across your forehead, and that to me is a bit of a dark colour. So when I'm getting that stress, tension, headache, and it takes up all that space across my forehead, gets me all stressed out. Then there are other times where I feel quite proud of myself. So it might be I've learned a new skill, or I've tried something new, or I've achieved something, and I feel that at the very top of my head, so what we call in the crown of my head. Perhaps it's because that's where my brain is, and that's where responsible for thinking that I can do those things and thinking about how proud I am, and that to me is a more purple kind of colour. That pride, that sense of wisdom and being smart and achieving something. So that's going to go up there, the crown of my head. So that's my colour map of me. Now you can choose to annotate it, add things to it, or you can choose to just leave it as an abstract piece as it is. The colours don't have to match what's in the workbook. It's all about communicating your way. You can choose to keep this, or you might choose to get rid of it. You might choose to create another one, and that's absolutely fine too. You might choose to share it in our closed community group, and we'd love to see it. But it's completely up to you how you take this task, how you interpret it, and what you create at the end of it. We hope you've enjoyed it, and we hope you've learnt something from the colour theory work in the workbook. Enjoy creating your colour map of me, and we'll talk soon. Take care.